Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football and welcome to another Champions League fantasy update video. Match day 7 is less than 24 hours away and this is the final update in terms of build up to match day 7 or round of 16 first leg. So what I'm going to do this video, I'm going to use the Champions League website, our fantasy website, and talk about the most popular picks and most the potential differentials. So the ones who have been picked up by most managers and the ones that have not been picked up by most managers. And I'm going to be using the Champions League fantasy website, the articles and everything. So I'm not claiming it. I'm going to be telling you guys what I'm thinking about these players, what you should do with these players. Just a few picks from goalkeeper, midfielder, defenders, strikers, all that. So I hope you've understood it. So basically, popular picks and potential differentials, the ones who've been picked by most people and the ones who have not been picked by most people. Just before that, make sure to join my league in case you're new to the channel. That's H3UVQC0A09. Make sure to join in and obviously, let's chat, let's compete. And yeah, join me for the deadline stream. The link will be in the description. So let's get straight into it. So let's start with the goalkeepers. In terms of popular picks for goalkeepers, Edouard Mendy, not surprising at all that Edouard Mendy is up there. He's obviously going to play Lille at home. He's currently in my team. So as I say, it is no surprise to see the Senegal #1 command a significant ownership, with the Chelsea goalkeeper having carried his excellent form from last season's UEFA Champions League into the current campaign. Mendy recorded 4 clean sheets in 5 group stage appearances and heads into the knockout stage as the highest owned goalkeeper on UCL fantasy. Over a third of teams currently contain Mendy, and given last 16 opponents, Lille scored only 7 goals in the group stage. This is likely to increase further ahead of Chelsea's match day 7 meeting. So he's currently owned by 34%. I obviously talked about him in my team selection video. He is in my team now. I had Neuer before I had that he was out injured for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, you never know. So I brought in Edouard Mendy in place of him, and also because Reece James was in my team as a defender and he didn't play the Club World Cup for Chelsea, so I'm not sure he's going to return. So I had to get Chelsea defensive cover. They have been great defensively since last season, maybe not recently, but hey, they are the champions. So knockout stage, you can expect them to start keeping a few clean sheets. So Edouard Mendy is the most picked goalkeeper as of now. So let me know in the comment section, do you currently have Edouard Mendy or do you prefer any other player? Do you prefer a player like Vlacho? Now, Vlacho Dimos is playing at home to Ajax. He obviously plays for Benfica. This is a differential. He's owned by only 5% at the moment, and he's actually in my team as well. So Mendy and Vlacho are both in my team. With Benfica drawn against free-scoring Ajax in the round of 16, this may be a key factor in why Vlacho does not boast the ownership his current UCL fantasy score warrants. He has picked up 34 points so far from the group stage, and not too many people have him right now. Obviously, people have gone for the likes of Courtois, maybe Donnarumma, maybe De Gea, those kind of goalkeepers, maybe Szczesny from Juventus, and not many have picked up Vlacho. But Vlacho, save potential. Ajax is very attacking. They've scored so many goals this season, especially in the Champions League, and you'd expect him to have a lot of saves. Now, if he ends up keeping a clean sheet or 2, or maybe just 1 clean sheet, not even in the next leg, just this leg against Ajax, if he keeps a clean sheet for Benfica against Ajax this week, it's going to be amazing, because you can expect him to make a few saves from the likes of Anthony, the likes of Haller. He will probably make a few saves. So he's currently owned by 5%. And the reason he is in my team is also because he's only going to cost you 5.2 million. And also because he plays next week. So I have Mendy, who plays next week on Tuesday, and Vlacho plays on the Wednesday. So they're playing on separate days. So I had to get someone on a separate day. I was thinking getting someone from Juventus, but don't want to get players playing on the same day. And Villarreal, Juventus, Chelsea, Lille are playing on the same day. So I hope that is understood. So that is in the terms of the goalkeepers. In terms of, let's go to defenders. Popular picks, Trent Alexander-Arnold. You all know his attacking potential, 6.6 million, playing away to Inter Milan. I don't think this is going to be an easy fixture at all. In fact, I think they'll definitely concede their way to Inter Milan. It's Zeko, Lautaro Martinez, And despite not featuring in 3 of Liverpool's 6 Group B fixtures, that has not stopped fantasy managers from owning the right back now. I definitely think he's going to play this kind of round knockout stage. I think he's definitely going to play. I think he was suspended or had an injury for one of those games. I'm not sure. I can't remember well. But yeah, there was a good reason for him not to play. I think they had maybe a United or Man City game in and around. You never know. Alexander-Arnold could well play a key part for the 6-time European champions at both ends of the field. So attacking potential, and just like I said about Vlacho, if he ends up keeping a clean sheet against Inter Milan, I mean, for example, Inter Milan didn't score against Real Madrid in the group stage. They lost 1-0 at San Siro. So if Liverpool can repeat such, and Alexander-Arnold with his creativity, with the potential of getting recovery points and all that, he could be a very, very good option. He's currently owned by 28%. So let me know again if you own him. I think he's always a great option. He is on free kicks as well. He is on corners as well. What an option. I think for everyone who plays FPL, for everyone who plays UCL fantasy, nearly everyone has him in every single team, and you cannot blame them. So let's go to the differential pick in terms of defensive ability and defensive options. Laporte against Sporting. Now, I've just brought him into my team like 2 days ago. He's only going to cost you 5.1 million, and he actually rested when they played against Norwich over the weekend. So in the last 4 games, Laporte has not started 2 of them. So I think he's definitely going to start in this one, and he's only owned by 2%. Now, I think Cancelo is a must-own, but if you're feeling brave, you can go for a defensive double-up. If you think City will definitely keep a clean sheet, when you go for Cancelo and Laporte has scored a few goals this season. We've already talked about Cancelo. I talked about Cancelo in a lot of videos, including the captaincy video, which I link in the YouTube card right now. You can watch it after this. If you get a clean sheet from both of those players, and they can also score goals, can also assist, you can be looking at 20-25 points from these 2 players. So if things work out, obviously there is a chance Sporting can score 2 goals and then they end up with 1 point each. Those things can happen. Although he has not featured in the Champions League since matchday 4, Laporte's excellent domestic form means the Spanish international has established himself as a regular starter for Manchester City. So I think that was 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Right now, I'm going to, according to what I've seen right now, how Nathan Ake started for City over the weekend. Laporte got rested. He's been rested for 2 of the last 3 games. He's really improved the last 3 months in terms of attacking potential, defensive potential, and City can always keep a clean sheet. City traveled to Portugal on matchday 7 to face Sporting in the first leg, and given his exceedingly low ownership, UCL fantasy managers looking for an informed differential defender would be wise to consider bringing him in. That's hard to say. Bringing him in. I didn't know that was going to be that hard to say. So let's go to the midfielders. In terms of midfielders, the popular pick is Leroy Sané. 9.5 million is what it's going to cost you. I think most of you have him in your teams. I currently have him as well. The highest point scorer so far in all positions at the group stage. Sané's credentials speak for themselves heading into the round of 16. The Bayern winger managed to accumulate 5 goals, 4 assists, and a bumper 65 fantasy points under 9 Nagelsmann men swept through as Julian Nagelsmann's men swept through Group A with 6 wins out of 6. Matchday 7 against Salzburg side, who have kept just 1 clean sheet in Group G. It would take a brave manager not to own the 26-year-old. So currently owned by 23%, and as they've said, it would be crazy if you don't own him. So Leroy Sané has to be in everyone's team. I'd even go as far as saying you could decide not to go in Lewandowski, but have Sané in your team because he was very good in the group stage. Lewandowski is on penalties. Sané takes a few free kicks. He scored from a free kick in the group stage, so it depends on how you're feeling. But Sané is the most popular pick in terms of midfield, 23%. In terms of differentials in midfield, Pedro Goncalves, 8.2 million, plays against Manchester City after injury kept him out of the opening 2 match days. Goncalves' return was the catalyst for Sporting CP winning 3 of their final 4 games in Group C, enough to secure knockout qualification ahead of Borussia Dortmund, including successive 18-point scores in matchday 4 and 5. So he got 18 back-to-back scores in matchday 4 and 5. Now, the problem with this is currently owned by 2%, but according to me, the problem with this is I think City is different. I don't think City will concede that many goals. They will give a couple of chances, so there is a chance he can score. He did take a couple of penalties in the group stage as well, so if City give away a penalty, it could be on them. But the problem is, for me, the price. If he was like 6.2 million or 7 million, I could consider him, but 8.2 million, I can use that money very differently. I could go for like a forward like Jota. I could try and get Salah instead, get a few like money from elsewhere and get Salah in. I could get like a Bernardo Silva if he starts for City. I could get like a Foden if he starts for City. Mahrez is on penalties for Man City as well. I could go maybe for, I don't know, a PSG player if you prefer a PSG player, Real Madrid player. It's really hard, but if you're feeling differential, you could go for Pedro Goncalves. Next up, let's go to the forwards. Popular pick is Cristiano Ronaldo, and just like Goncalves, currently this guy is not in my team, but he's owned by 42%, and he scored in nearly every single game in the group stage. I think apart from the last game, I don't think he played, but he scored in every single one of the first 5 games. As they say, his credentials are unquestioned. The UEFA Champions League all-time top scorer added another 6 goals to his tally during the group stage. He was amazing. The reason that United are in this round. I also talked about him. I think I mentioned him in the team selection video, but although I didn't have him, so I'll link up that video in the YouTube card right now as well. They say he against whom he has scored 25 goals. Atletico Madrid, obviously during his time at Real Madrid and also Juventus, he scored 25 goals against Atletico Madrid, including 2 hat-tricks in the Champions League knockout stage. So he has good potential against Atletico Madrid, but can he keep his run going? The only issue with this is Manchester United have not been good at all. That time Real Madrid are very good. Manchester United right now have not been good at all. Obviously, Ronaldo could be on penalties. We've not seen United getting a penalty since he missed his against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. So you'll have to wait and see. But 11.4 million, if you think you can pay that, if you're scared of not owning him because 42% own him, you can go for it. But personally, I'd try and get him for the second leg, not really the first leg. And I say that, but there's also a part of myself that is trying to convince me to get him, because Atletico Madrid conceded 4 goals against Barcelona last week. They conceded 3 goals against Getafe recently. They conceded 2 goals against Valencia before that. Although they won 2 of those games, they're still conceding goals. So maybe United could get a goal somewhere, but United's form as well, this is a tough one. Let me know what you think. Would you pick Ronaldo? Are you not going with Ronaldo? Let me know. In terms of our differential, Anthony from Ajax, whilst all the attention has understandably I can't speak today. I think that is because I'm recording this at 3 a.m. So just understand, I'm recording this at 3 a.m. Commitment, guys, so understand this. Haller, when it comes to Ajax assets, obviously Haller is the most selected player. Anthony has flown under the radar, but he was great in the group stage. 2 goals, 5 assists, and 20 ball recoveries in 5 Group C appearances. He's currently owned by only 9%, and he is a forward. I think that is the only problem as well. 8%, 8 million is what it's going to cost you, and 9% have selected him. But 8 million feels a bit too much. Yes, they have the potential to score goals away to Benfica, but the problem is his price. And people are looking at, as we said, Ronaldo, Vlahovic, Haller. People are looking at Messi, Mbappe, all these strikers, Lewandowski. So can you really fit him in? You can, because he's cheaper than those guys I've just mentioned. But would you go for a double up? Haller is the current top scorer. Would you leave Haller out and go for Anthony? Again, let me know. But Anthony, as I've said, he's been okay. As they've written there, he's been okay in the group stage. He's been scoring goals. He's been assisting. So up to you. So according to these 8 players who've been that have been picked here, I'm going to say yes or no. So Edouard Mendy, yes. Vlacho, yes. Trent Alexander-Arnold, yes. Laporte, yes. Leroy Sané, yes. Pedro Goncalves, no. Cristiano Ronaldo, no. Anthony, no. So depends on you. How do you feel about this? Hopefully these videos don't get this video copyrighted. They're automatically playing because it's on their website. But thank you guys for watching. If this video is helpful, I hope you get to see it in time. I'm recording this like 20 hours before, but I'm going to put it out right immediately. So let me know in the comment section, which players are you picking? Which players aren't you picking? Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, help me get to 1,000, and catch up with you guys very, very